Hey, Ryu, I found this creepy story online about something called Hachishaku-sama. It was so scary I couldn't sleep. Is that thing even real?
Oh, Sora, you've finally found out about Hachishaku-sama, huh? She's a famous yokai, a supernatural entity, from the Tohoku region in Japan. And people still talk about her even today. Many have claimed to see her. So it's not just an urban legend, it's really spooky stuff.
No way, that sounds seriously creepy. So what kind of monster is she? I'm scared, but I really wanna know.
Alright then, today we're diving into the mysteries of Hachishaku-sama. Listen up.
First of all, what kind of creature is Hachishaku-sama? Just from the name alone, she sounds terrifying.
Hachishaku-sama, as the name suggests, is a giant woman around 8 feet tall, about 240 centimeters. The name Hachishaku comes from the Japanese measurement system, where 1 shaku is roughly equivalent to 1 foot. She appears as a young woman wearing a white dress and a hat. To keep her contained, there are small statues of Jizo, protective deity, placed at the cardinal points around the Tohoku region, creating a barrier. Because of this, she can't leave the area.
If a giant woman like that suddenly appeared in front of me, I'd definitely pee my pants. But hey, is she actually a kind monster or something?
No way, Sora. You wish. If you get captivated by Hachishaku-sama, it's said you'll lose your life within a few days. She especially targets young boys and pre-adult males. In short, she's got a thing for young men.
That's just messed up. It's like she's some kind of interdimensional stalker. I really don't want to run into her. Tohoku has so much delicious food, but now I can't even go there.
And get this, when Hachishaku-sama shows up, she makes this creepy sound like po, 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 like a cooing pigeon. If you hear that, it means you've already been marked.
Seriously? A pigeon sound like hey, I'm here. You can't even let your guard down for a second. I'm never going to hear birds the same way again.
Let me tell you about a real experience with Hachishaku-sama. This happened when a high schooler went to visit his grandparents during spring break. Things got really intense.
Oh no, what happened?
The guy was chilling on the veranda, when suddenly he heard this weird po, po sound. Curious, he looked over the hedge and saw this giant woman in a white dress standing there. Now, that hedge was about 2 meters tall, but she towered right over it.
That's an instant, get out of there moment.
Right? Anyone would freak out, but this guy just thought, wow, that's a tall lady. But when he told his grandparents, their faces turned pale.
Oh no, something really bad was going on, wasn't it?
Exactly. When he mentioned how tall she was, the white dress, and the po-po-po sounds, his grandparents immediately yelled, "It's Hachishaku-sama." They were completely panicked.
If even the grandparents, who've seen everything, are freaking out, then you know it's something really bad.
After that, they rushed to give the guy some protective talismans, set up salt barriers, and locked him in a room guarded by statues of Buddha. His grandpa strictly warned him, do not leave this room, no matter what, and kept watch all night.
This is like a scene straight out of a movie. So, what happened next?
Around 1 a.m., he woke up to hear his grandpa's voice outside the window calling, "Hey. Are you alright? It's okay, you can come out now." Normally, that would be reassuring, right? But then he remembered his grandparents saying they wouldn't speak to him or call him during the night, no matter what.
No way. That's Hachishaku-sama's trap, isn't it? Like a ventriloquist nightmare.
Exactly. He heard knocking on the window and saw that the salt was changing color. It was terrifying. All he could do was pray to the Buddha statues, while that eerie po, po Sound got louder.
Yikes. Falling asleep in that situation would take nerves of steel.
By morning, he was safe, but the salt had turned pitch black. Like it was barely holding on. When they finally made their escape in a car, it was a literal race against death.
How did they manage to escape? Just hearing this has my heart racing.
The whole family piled into a van, with him in the center seat, surrounded by his relatives. This was to confuse Hachishaku-sama, so she wouldn't spot him. They were told, "Keep your eyes shut," as they sped off. But then he started to hear that po sound again.
No way. She was chasing them?
Yeah, he peeked out the window and saw the white dress. Someone shouted, "Don't look," and he shut his eyes. But then he heard knocking on the window. Knock. Knock. It was pure chaos inside the car.
This is straight out of a horror movie. Did they make it out okay?
They finally crossed the town border, and the noises suddenly stopped. The talisman he had been clutching had turned completely black. They were finally safe.
That was a real-life escape from horror. What happened after that?
He couldn't visit his grandparents' place anymore. Then, 10 years later, he got a call from his grandma, saying the Jizo statues that kept Hachishaku-sama sealed had been destroyed. You know what that means, right?
Wait, does that mean Hachishaku-sama is out of Tohoku now and on a nationwide tour? No way, that's just terrifying.
Yep, there have been sightings outside Tohoku now, suggesting she's no longer confined. So if you ever hear that po sound, you better run.
Oh man, I never want to hear that sound in my life.
That's too scary. And that's it for today. If Hachishaku-sama's story freaked you out, leave a comment.
Stay safe, everyone. See you in the next video. Bye bye.